Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trace to Azure. Nein, Trace of Cold Steel. Das letzte Mal sind wir stehen geblieben, nachdem wir die geheime Quest gemacht haben und die ganzen anderen Quests. Jetzt sind wir zurück zum Weather Cook in für Dinner.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please, we only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. Really appreciate it. Nope, not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fi for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Okay, next day, next quest. And secret quest. Yay.
Drinks are on me someday.
Someday. So, the next quest. There is no secret quest. Yeah, your task for the day. The market manager left him with me. Thank you. Monster. Lost wallet. Good, there are no secret quests. Books. Oh, even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right, he's a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around at 9 tonight. You get those done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey Laura, I want to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Reen, as I told you then, doesn't matter, you must come to terms with on your honor. There's not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I want to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. Whereas about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Ka-Fi, to the school I followed, to the path of sword itself. And for those reasons I feel it was inappropriate to me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there's one other person should be apologized to as well, no? I can't pretend to know much about your present circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social setting, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly didn't make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question, Reen. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again then? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Gee, can we just all forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we've got trouble. Big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's the first thing in the morning and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I just got caught on the way here. But never mind that, we've had big trouble. Something terrible happened over the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible things have happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stores over at the market were destroyed and all the merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose it means the market might be opening late today, which means we could end up with more customers, people waiting for a resolution. Let's get the space ready. You got it. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. Good. What should we do? I have to admit I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. No. We're going to the West Cadillac Highway. I can't! Bevor ich weitergehe, okay. Das Kapitel ist Ding. Cornelius, das nächste Kapitel 2. Okay. Okay, das nächste Buch kriegen wir erst auf dem West Cadillac Highway. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. I was a student from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see? I'm afraid so. I guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? The 2 merchants whose stores were destroyed are still arguing about it. You bastard! You're not going to get away with this. Oh no, not them. The manager came to try and back them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Rien? Maybe we could try talking to them? Considering everything that happened yesterday, you just might be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. Let's go. How dare you destroy my store, you damn coward, and you country folk want to be trusted. Where could it have been? Just complain a bit already. Who are you calling a coward, you Hamdalian snob? You're the one who wanted my spot, all for yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy here, you make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here and now? Bring it on. Hold it. Class 7. You kids again. Keep your nose out of this. I'm gonna make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Wow, they really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed and you'll be worse off. But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something. I took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods. And you're gonna give them all back right now and fix the damage you did to my stall, or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. What do we do? Stop this at once. The provincial army. What? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see, the market manager explained to the provincial army officer what had happened the previous night. I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away. Yes, sir. What? What do you mean, take us away? 2 stores were destroyed, 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is as clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. But that's not fair, Do you not think it's premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation? The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. But I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease the dispute and you will be left alone. Continue and you come with us. The choice is yours. The trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened, to sweep the whole year under the rug. Yeah, something about this seems really wrong. Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you all think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. If you please excuse us, I'm a busy man and have more pressing matters to attend to. Did just a girl spawn behind them for a millisecond? There they go. Well, I guess they did stop those two from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the provincial army here conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the two of you need to focus and keep cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use the time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better. Yeah, I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the ground market for business until we've cleaned up the busted stalls. And we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending a hand? Market Manager Otto, with assistance from the merchants of the market, cleared away the remains of the two stalls. With the help of Reen and the others on top of that, the ground market was finally able to open for the day, albeit behind schedule. Thanks to you four, we were able to open the ground market for business today, a bit quicker than expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am. Oh, there's no need for that, we barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they make no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right, it's clearer than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see it changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think that at least be a little more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those two merchants are just going to accept this and move on. No, I don't suppose they will. And if words get out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done, I'm just not sure what. Is something wrong, Reen? You're awfully quiet. Are you feeling unwell? Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant stall ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. As students, you have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all. Well, it's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks. She's already told us. Put your heads together and think, and I'm sure you see what you need to do, her words. It seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant, at least it does to me. Oh, I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field studies after all. Yeah, you do make a good case, but I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you. Just be careful, don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want your kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Van Dyck in the eye anymore. We'll be careful, we promise. I know I will, at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. The logical starting point would be the crime market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from the two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've calmed themselves down, so perhaps we can get something out of the more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain the innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train towards Heimdall, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been given all the tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done. And shall we to keep moving? Our deadline is 9 p.m. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish anything we possibly can. Understood. You bet. Alright. Okay. Aber wir werden, glaube ich, erstmal zum West-Ding gehen. Und dann Lost Wallet machen. Und dann die Ding-Quest. War am West Highway ist auch noch das Buch.
Right.
Also denke ich mal. Ja, wir machen zuerst das West Crossbar Highway.
Right.
So.
Right!
Of course.
I've got this!
Genau, West Caldic Highway.
It's my turn.
Right!
Nope, falscher Knopf.
My
wieder.
turn.
Go! Okay. Okay. And to think I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this? Excuse me? You! I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior. Seems pretty down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business. So what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Well, actually, Reed explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what happened the previous night. You're investigating? That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you could answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find the true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing at least. You don't have to sound so pessimistic. Well, can you blame me? You're students at the military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. That is true, but we're still determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like there's anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my stores was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for it. Guess I shouldn't have left the store unattended, though. By the time I got in, I was too late. The deed had been done. So in the morning, the store had already been destroyed and your goods stolen. Come to think of it, what goods were you stolen exactly? I have a sample with me, actually. An accessory? Is this a brand that's popular in the capital? Been a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fat here by selling them at the market. But this is the only one I have left now. I try to think just how much money I lost in one single night. Damn car, it's sabotaging my business. It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing the spot with me. He decided he'd destroy my stall altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give my goods back, no matter what it takes. Please try to stay calm. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the provincial army really will arrest you, right? Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success, but I swear to you we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think it's everything this merchant knows. Let's try questioning the other one. Der ist auf der anderen Seite. Da ist er. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of time? You're those kids from the military academy, right? What do you want from me? I've got nothing to tell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to say, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. To top it all off, the provincial army and that other damn merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything that might help us. Well, you see, he explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what happened the previous night. You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay. So would you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence. Hey, he's willing to cooperate. They say we cut him some slack and hear him out. So about last night, at the time the incident actually happened. Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking about here.
See, I left the market right after arguing with the merchant yesterday and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at the friend's place. Another merchant just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you're certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me. He'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall in shambles. And if that wasn't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone without a trace. So the goods that were stolen were all processed foods. Processed food. That's right, nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have that spot all to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was the stall destroyed too? He must have done it to himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible. I don't know, that seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. I understand your frustration, but this accusation do not do no one any favors. It only cloud the true issue. But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this. I might have to shut up shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat, but what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished. Pure and simple. All the hard work I've put into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you, but we'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So job, okay? I do appreciate it, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though. That's all two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. But does everybody think? Can't be sure, but really doesn't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have an adequate motive to damage the other stalls. But the chance of both committing the same crime throughout the same night, without crossing paths, is virtually nil. It's not impossible that they were just about to steal each other's merchandise. But I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place. I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible for what happened. They're going to have to look elsewhere for find a viable suspect. Where though? I mean, who could it possibly have been? It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there's one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind this strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding a culprit. Whom do you mean? Talking about the provincial army. Schon, oder? Also ich würde sagen Provincial Army, weil the Merchants in the Market glaube ich eher weniger, weil the Market Manager sowieso nicht, because he's so nice. Ich würde sagen the Provincial Army. The Provincial Army. They haven't done anything to try and solve this crime despite it happening right on the... yeah. That begs the questions, why not? The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill a role due to the tax issue. Which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well. If that's the case, then why did they come intervene this morning? When you mention it, it really doesn't make any sense. The methods were atrocious, but the fact is they brought the dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved. Yeah, 1 minute they're refusing to do anything, then the next they're taking a stand. Definitely suspicious. My point exactly, there's definitely something unnatural about the way they're detecting themselves. Since we have no other leads, we do say we got to the army's courthouse and take a look around. We might be able to learn something from from them that could aid us in our investigation. They made it worth an attempt. The goddess isn't too far from me either. Let's head over and see what we can find out.